I really want to study at UCLan because the course itself that I've read about has a really good reputation, and I really want to study like close to home. So like I'm not really interested in going to like London or America to study what I'm passionate about. I really want to stay close to where I live because I'm proud of where I'm from. Well, I have two inspirations. Like as a director, one filmmaker that I really look up to is Alfred Hitchcock. Like ever since I first saw Psycho, I was really inspired by what he did, like and all like the shots that he like, kind of put together. And another filmmaker that I was really like inspired by is John Carpenter, specifically Halloween, because the way he shoots a film, like all the cinematography is really good. So one scene that springs to mind when I think of John Carpenter's Halloween is the scene where Laurie's in the foreground and Michael's in the background, and he just sits up and turns his head and the music starts playing. And that's kind of like the one, the shot that I want to like recreate. If I had a £20,000 budget to make a short film, I'd probably adapt a short story of mine into like a maybe 30-minute horror film. The low-budget horror movies of the 1970s, which we'll get to in a second. But those are the kinds of films that I really want to make. So like Halloween was a low-budget horror film in the 1970s. So like those kind of films that have like a really cheap, gritty nature to them. If there was one film scene that I'd really want to take part in, that would be Black Christmas from 1974. It's probably literally the only horror movie that genuinely chills me to my core. It's so scary. And what is terrifying about it is you never see the killer. The only thing you see is his eye. So like the scene when Margot Kidder's character gets murdered, that is so interesting because it's very like artsy. And I'd love just to have seen how they edited it, how they filmed it, how they put it together, how they put the sound design onto it. Because the shot that is most iconic from that film is the shot where the killer raises the crystal unicorn statue, and you just see his eye just staring down at Margot Kidder. And I would just love to have seen how they filmed that and got that shot. That to me is just excellent filmmaking and terrifying. So one of the really inventive things about Black Christmas is the use of first-person shots. So like you never really see the killer in shot; it's always his perspective. So like this shot here, this is probably like the only time you see him in the shot where he's just in the background approaching his victim. Because it's Christmas time, obviously you get the carolers, and it's intercut with the carolers singing and the vicious murder, which is really interesting. And then this shot is absolutely terrifying. This is what I was talking about, just the shot of the killer's eye just staring down at Margot Kidder. Throughout the whole thing, you never see the killer's face. And it's very artsy, like, it's really Art Nouveau kind of thing. Like, the glass, like, figurines in the foreground and then just Margot Kidder getting stabbed over and over again. That is terrifying, and that's one of the really scariest scenes in this film.